Hi, my name is Chris Alexander, and since you're visiting my website, I thought I'd take a few minutes to introduce myself. I like to imagine we're sitting down at lunch or dinner, maybe eating a hamburger together, sharing our stories. That's really what this website is about: who I am, where I've been, and what I'm building. I live in the Houston, Texas area in a suburb north of Houston called Magnolia. I've had the opportunity to travel around the world through work and pleasure, but Texas has always been my home. I attended Texas A&M University and earned 3 degrees in mechanical engineering. Engineering shaped how I think. It structures, I'm analytical, I'm solution-oriented, but over time I've learned that life and business are far more than technical skills. For more than 30 years I've worked in the energy industry, and specifically I've worked in the pipeline industry. I founded ADV Integrity in 2017, built it from the ground up, and eventually sold it. Watching that company grow from an idea into a thriving organization with an outstanding team was one of the most rewarding chapters in my life. Building and selling ADV Integrity taught me a great deal about leadership, risk, culture, and execution. Those lessons led me to write a book called Business by Blueprint, a book about building companies intentionally rather than accidentally. Today I'm launching another company called BYB Advisors, which stands for Blueprint Your Business, where I work with leaders and entrepreneurs to help them grow strong, scalable organizations. I love helping people think clearly about vision, structure, and long-term impact. But if you really want to know who I am at the core, it isn't engineering or business. It's my relationship with Jesus Christ. That's the foundation of my life. I'm not a preacher, but I love teaching and studying the Bible. I teach a class at Magnolia Bible Church, and I lead a neighborhood Bible study here in High Meadow Ranch with a group of men. We walk together through the Bible, and to me, we ask meaningful questions and we grow together in faith, and it's one of the greatest privileges in my life. Over the years, I've come to realize that people matter more than projects. Early in my career, I was very driven and very task-oriented. Today, relationships are what matter to me most. That belief shapes how I lead, how I write, how I build business, and how I live my life. Even in small everyday moments, that mindset shows up. When someone delivers pizza to our house, and we eat a lot of pizza at the Alexander house, I'm reminded there's a person on the other side of that pizza box. I ask them how their day's going. Sometimes I'll even ask, is there anything I can pray with them about? When the opportunity presents itself, I might ask them about their relationship with God. We've had delivery drivers, people who've worked on our plumbing, our air conditioning, who've left our home thinking differently about God than when they first got here. Those conversations really matter to me. As you look through this website, you'll see technical articles, business articles I've written, and even Bible studies. To me, they're not separate categories. Faith informs character, character informs leadership, and leadership shapes business. It's all very interconnected. Before I close, I want to ask you 3 questions that I often ask myself. First, why are you here? What's your purpose? When you understand why you exist, life becomes clearer and more focused. Second, what are you doing to make the world a better place? It's easy to criticize people and culture, but contribution is what matters. Are you building something meaningful? And third, and this is the most important question that anyone will ever ask you: if you died today, do you know where you would go? Would you go to heaven or would you go to hell? To me, that answer is anchored in my relationship with Jesus Christ. If you don't know the answer to that question, I encourage you to explore it. There are resources here on this website, and I'd be honored to have that conversation with you personally. Thanks for taking time to visit my website. I know that there's a lot of things that you can look at, but I would love to connect with you, and I look forward to having an opportunity